All right, former Detroit Lions, Indianapolis head coach, and also Super Bowl offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, Jim Caldwell, is interviewing for the Houston Texan opening, which Bill O'Brien was the GM, and also he was the head coach, and eventually he ran off Rick Smith, who did have an issue with his wife. She had cancer, I think breast cancer, and Bill O'Brien had the highest, payroll in football. And look how good the Houston Texans are. They had a tough start, but eventually Will Fuller got popped for Peds. Randall Cobb went down, and now they down to a receiver named Cutie and Chris Hansen. But hey, let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support, and good for Caldwell. Some people out there that think the Lions should re-sign Caldwell. And the only situation that I see into re-signing a guy is if he's done something in the franchise that hadn't been done before. Caldwell didn't win a Super Bowl, didn't win an NFC North Championship. So I'm not against Caldwell. I'm just saying people kind of over-exaggerate like how good of a coach he was. And obviously it wasn't that he wasn't a good coach. He just didn't have the general manager to really get him over the hump in Detroit. I think he's a Super Bowl caliber coach. But when you're talking about the Detroit Lions, you need a Super Bowl caliber general manager. You need a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. You need a Super Bowl caliber. You need everything to be checked off the box. And at the time, the Fords wasn't good owners. And right now, it's yet to be seen if the Fords are adequate, or you got to be great owners for people who suffering in Detroit. And obviously, the fans in Detroit, year in and year out, unless it's on 16, fill out the Ford Field. So they enable the loser mentality in Detroit. They allow it to happen. And unfortunately, it's not the people that live in the city of Detroit. It's people who come outside the city of Detroit who enable the Fords to put on a losing product or a subpar product every week. Now, if they did hire Jim Caldwell, I wouldn't shit on it. The Lions. But at the same time, I think it's different if Jim Caldwell come in with a GM who know how to get there and draft players. Being the GM is simple, just when you talk about it in its totality. If you draft right, then you got a cheaper payroll. And then and enable you to bring in big name free agents. And enable you to make trades. Drafting is the key. Being able to draft. And everything else falls in order. Now, then you got to be able to coach and all that stuff. But, I'm happy for Caldwell. I truly am. I'm happy for Caldwell that he's starting to take the next step in his career. I know he was working with the Miami Dolphins as a consultant or whatever it was, and he got sick. But to be honest, he could be the answer in Detroit. And at the same time, he couldn't be the answer in Detroit. That's what you got to think about it for a minute. Could he be the answer in Detroit? Absolutely. But then again, everything got to be perfect. The ownership got to be willing to spend and willing to get the right people and not get duped by a Bob Quinn, a Matt Millen, a Tom LeWine, a Martin Mayhew. They have to be willing to take the next step in each phase. They got to be willing to spend. They got to be willing to hire the right guy. For Jim Caldwell, it's probably best if he go to Houston. And then again, most people believe Houston is probably going to get Eric Bieniemy, the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator. But we talked about that about a month ago, that his track record ain't too good since he got out the league. He didn't get any trouble in the league. Most of his trouble was post-coaching career, being in a scandal that involved some players getting into some trouble and not speaking up, DUIs and stuff of that nature. That may hold him back. So, you got to think about this. Should they keep Romeo Cornell? I don't believe so. I would love him to get the job, but at the same time, the positive thing about if Caldwell go to Houston, we ain't probably got to see Houston in another 3 or 4 years. Depending on how the schedule lined up, and, he ain't going to Green Bay, he ain't going to Minnesota, he ain't going to the Chicago Shit Bears, the shit show. So, as long as he don't go to a division rival, or we ain't got to see him too often, cool. There might be a chance where he don't get hired. It might be a chance that Rick Smith hire him again, whoever become the GM. So, hey, it is what it is. Let me know how you feel about, Jim Caldwell getting another shot. Do you think the Lions should at least give him an interview or hire him? Other than that, don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, response to video request. Keep sharing the videos. All my social media links, description. Fast way to reach is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. Want to make a donation? Cash App CJGood313. That's in the description. PayPal link description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think about Caldwell, Houston, Caldwell, Detroit. Or does it matter? We gone.